Got the enemy toppled, I got the energy, turn it like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete, your flesh is way too weak. I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching, God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the wizard of eyes. Get the money and change, you ruin the vibes and checking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters. The demise of falsely idols. Get exposed through cold and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kinda finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric. Time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers.
Time is precious, I look at my Cartier out of control. Just like my mind where I'm going, the women, the shorties know nothing.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. About set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Only good for saving face, seeing the cosmetics. How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. McCarthy gonna put it up right away. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Vikings! Aaron Jones, 65 yards. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings put it away. Beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Still going inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 79 yards. And the Lions are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. The kick is point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This now a 3rd and 4. Throwing is McCarthy. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return is Williams. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not as fast. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Now Levis. Quick hitter. The ball goes out. And the Vikings pick up the football. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there. And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cowboys.
To the air with McCarthy. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. And it's throw incomplete.
The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Levis back to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
A gain of 29 yards. And the Lions first down.
Levis looking to throw. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. Levis to throw once more. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they'll have it in the run zone before it crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there on first down.
That's good for a Lions first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Lions.
Back to throw, it's Levis. That's complete, it's Okuebunan. And just 3 yards on the catch there, he couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Vikings 15-yard line.
Levis sets up to throw here. Goes out left, it's caught by Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Detroit.
Jamison Williams, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Gibbs. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on second down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Levis from the gun. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point attempt to follow here. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Let's
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now McCarthy. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
This 2nd and 4. Looking to throw McCarthy. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Jones is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage, as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Let's go. Go.
Jones again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
Tag. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Drop 60.
On play action, McCarthy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Josh Oliver there to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings pull it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off and reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play there gets them right back up to that level.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Levis out of the shotgun now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's
4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. Here's Levis. He'll try to do it himself. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. The give is to Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's McCarthy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. And they'll get this down to the 10. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Jones. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Trying to find Jordan Addison that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson from 10 yards out. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. It's going after right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
49, Mike 49. 18.
Levis. And he backs it away. It falls down incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Levis out of the gun on third down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. On the return, it's Rodgers. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. Addison hauls it in. And the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
2nd and 1. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. These two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it is caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down
at the 21-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure is starting to close in. He's just got to throw this one away.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Reichard to kick off for the
Minnesota's
Vikings.
kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. A good-looking return set up here. And they start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
First down, Detroit.
Now Levis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Levis. That's complete right side. It's to Slow. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
And the Lions, first down.
Levis to throw it. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls falls down to the ground, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll throw it again with Levis. Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
31. Lions, 21.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
2nd down and 4. McCarthy off the play fake. Going back to the same row, it's Hawkinson again.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
19 yards.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Doing with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
17 yards.
Levis sets up the throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
That's another Detroit Lions.
Levis from the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Detroit Lions, first down. A gain of 15.
Levis back to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Levis looking to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
9 yards is the pickup there. They'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. And that's caught inside the 35. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world up to the challenge.
So nothing doing there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. But they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
Got his man, it's Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Levis out of the shotgun now.
And this throw will be intercepted.
As a quarterback, Charles, you have to imagine that he knew that heat was coming there on that snap, but this time the pressure forces him into an interception.
Absolutely he knew, and maybe that's a spot in other parts of the game. He's going to think about just throwing that one away, but down late in the 4th quarter, he has no choice, no luxury. He's got to try and make a play, and even with that pressure around him, he tried to complete it downfield to no avail.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of winning this game.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's McCarthy.
Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll try and run for with Jones.
And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
It seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he moves up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Caught on the right side by Jones. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. To the air with McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure.
Justin Jefferson getting his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Levis finding Williams once more, complete. Still going inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
38. Lions 28.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
19 tight. 19 tight. 19 Lions. Ready?
Throwing is McCarthy. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mason. And he just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now McCarthy. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Minnesota, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face